Hey, shalom, shalom. All praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Machakodash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom unto the elect. So I'm going to read this right here to start off the lesson. This is the book of Ezekiel 36 and 5. And it reads, Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. All right. So when it mentions Idumea, all right, Idumea is an alternate way to say Edom, or it's a Greek way to say Edom. And we know that those people that live currently in the land of Israel, they are Edom, all right, the nation of Edom. Okay, when you go into the history of the scriptures in Genesis, you had Abraham and Isaac had two sons. One was named Jacob, and one was named Esau. The ones that you call Black, Latino, and Native American today are the descendants of Jacob. They're real Israelites. And the ones that you call white-ish, different titles, small hat, those that run the world, those that have the position of power, all right, they are the nation of Edom. Okay, so it mentions here that the Lord has spoken in the fire. It says, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen. And the Lord is jealous over his people. Because the ultimate plan of the Most High through his son Yahweh Shai is to have his people dwell in that land, not you heathen. All right. But it mentions what? The residue of the heathen. So there's other heathens out there. All right. There's other heathens out there. You got Ishmael, you got some Elam in the mix, you got, other nations. But primarily it's who? Edom. Okay, Edom. Hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Brakatha to the Zagwan Yashawamba. Always edifying. Definitely, y'all brothers most likely already subscribed, but definitely subscribe and be edified. All right. But again, Ezekiel 36 and 5. All right. Against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart. Right. So they are joyful in taking that land and in taking our possession because it belongs to us. But because of what they've done there, the land has been made filthy. So what has to happen? A cleansing by fire. Okay. A cleansing by fire. So what do we have now? Iran just hit Israel with about just under 200 missiles. Okay. And, according to the Western media, which is obviously, if you haven't picked it up by now, is controlled by the small hats. All right. He said that it was an unsuccessful attack. Well, according to the video footage, which that's why the internet is such a problem, because all this thing, the beautiful thing about this day and age is that breaking news is not only just a breaking news story, it's a visual that comes with it, because people are recording these things. Everybody has a smartphone. It's impossible for them to control everything that's coming out. So that ties into what? The famine of the word and them cutting off the internet and cutting off the source of information. And primarily the biggest problem is us, the Lord's servants, the prophets, because what we're doing, and Lord's will we be those men, what we're doing is not only breaking down a news story and the breaking news, but also giving you a biblical perspective and filtering it through the Bible. Okay? Filtering it through the Holy Scriptures to tell you this is what this means. Okay, Iran and Israel are at war. What does it all mean? That means that we're going towards Armageddon. Okay, that means that the Iranians, which are the Persians in the Holy Bible, are fulfilling the prophecy of them coming up against those small hats, which are Edom. Okay, and it all, remember, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the powers that be right now is Edom. So they are the ones that will have the control over the greatest empire, which is America, and allied to the state of Israel. All right, because America is just a military branch of the Edomite empire of Amalek. That's all that it is. So they use that, and it's far off. It's far off from the Eastern world, so they're able to use that as a place to, shoot and have all these different military campaigns, shoot off missiles and do things like that. Well, they have American military bases throughout the world. So they've been able to rule through this branch. Okay. But what did the Lord say? All right, that he's going to speak in the fire of his jealousy. Okay, so what does that mean? Thermonuclear destruction. And when the Iranians did that, I just watched Redacted. You have that dude, Scott Ritter. He's been, exposing a lot of things recently. He's an ex-UN weapons inspector. So he's familiar with a lot of geopolitics and things that's happening. So the Lord is using him to expose a lot. And he's an Edomite himself. All right. But the Lord, it says that what? That their tongue will fall upon themselves. Okay. So what do you have? All right. You have them being exposed on a high level. And what happened was when the Iranians hit them, it exposed that their air defense system is pretty much useless. Yeah, you might be able to get a couple missiles, but when it comes to that barrage, which that was designed to overwhelm their defense systems, they had no chance. So now you're exposed in the midst of all your enemies. And this is exactly what prophecy says would happen to Edom. All right. So we know who the Edomites are, man. The Israelites would not be in that land. And here comes Ishmael and Elam creating a problem for us. That wouldn't happen. That's not what biblical prophecy says. In fact, it says that once we are in the top chief position, once we're in the position of power, which right over there, those Edomites, they're claiming it. They're claiming to be on the top. They're claiming to be the top nation, and everybody should follow them, right? But yet their actions don't match with what biblical prophecy dictates the people will be doing, because it said there would be no more wars. Okay. Which, to prove that, we can get it real quick in the book of Micah. I also want to get Ezekiel 35 and some of Obadiah. All right, but Micah 4 and 3, it says, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Right, going from military, spending on military, financing military exploits, into what? Agriculture. Okay, and it says, nation shall not lift up a sword against nation. So a missile is another version of the sword. So when Iran sends missiles to hit you, that's evidence that you are not the people of the Lord, man. Listen, if we were in the land right now, if Yahushua delivered us and put us in that land right now, and they sent some missiles at us, we would laugh at that. All right? We could go up in the sky and just incinerate all those missiles with spiritual power we wouldn't even have to go up in the sky. Turn them into, just make them disappear if we wanted to. So that would be laughable to us, but for them, it's an actual threat. It's an actual threat. Why? Because they're not the real people of the Lord. They're not the chosen people of God, man, of the Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushua. So Micah 4 and 4, but they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid. But they over here crying to the U.S. for protection. Where in the scriptures does it say that Israel will require protection from a foreign nation, from Babylon the Great, because that's what America is? Where does it say that? And this is what we're coming to find. But the small hats have been able to use the Bible conveniently, but then cast out the actual law, statutes, commandments, the rules of being the chosen people. They don't want to abide by that, but they want to take hold of the covenant of being the chosen people and just the benefit. And that's always been Esau's nature. When he sold his birthright, to what benefit is it for me? He realized later on the benefit of it. You see, because he's a carnal man. All right, but it says, and none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua of hosts have spoken it. So they're supposed to be over there in that land in peace, and they're not in peace. And that's how they're being exposed right now. Okay? That's why blood is pursuing him. Blood is pursuing him. What does that mean? That means that basically all of the bloodshed that he's done now is coming upon his own head. Now it's returning upon his own pate, as the scripture says, for a judgment. All right, Obadiah, I'm going to get straight to the point. Obadiah, you know what? I'll start from the top. Obadiah 1:1, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, and Obadiah, Ibadiah means servant of Yahweh. So this is part of what the servants of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai would be preaching about, is this message, all right? This is a huge part of what we do, is prophesying against Edom, and we're going to get it in Ezekiel 35 as well. But it says the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom, which Edom, Adawam in the Hebrew means red. Okay, their skin is actually red, it's not white. And also in the Holy Bible, prophecies pertaining to them speaks about the red dragon, all right? Speaks about the one that rides upon the red horse, all right? See if we could grab that real quick. He's taking peace from the earth because they're the ones over here creating all of the commotion. But then he throws a stone and hides his hand. We have a right to defend ourselves. So you defending yourself is slaying thousands of people in other countries, man. You defending yourself is you dropping hell and destruction, killing men, women, children, and that's self-defense. Self-defense would have been your actual missile, Iron Dome, actually defending the missiles. But clearly you don't have the ability to do that. So you have to be on the aggressive all the time. You have to be on the offensive all the time. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Zakwan Tazawam, Shalom. So I want to get this real quick though. Revelation 6. Just get straight to the point. Revelation 6 and 4, right? Because remember, Edom means red. So a lot of times in the scripture, it'll be encoded and it won't say Edom directly, but it'll say something that's red, and it's a reference to Esau, Edom. But Revelation 6 and 4, and there went out another horse that was red. See? And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. So this is a violent man. Neither keepeth at home. Every time he's out there trying to get into other people's thing, because when you have a guilty conscience, you're going to be very easily offended. You're going to be constantly paranoid, and you're going to be trying to stop all of the potential exposure that's coming upon you because you're guilty. Your hands are bloody, you see? And also that red represents bloodshed, okay? But it says here, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, all right, to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So that sword, when you go into Genesis, Esau's blessing was the sword. All right, I think it's either the 25th or the 27th chapter. Okay, Esau's blessing was the sword. So what is he utilizing now? The same sword that Isaac blessed him with. This is his blessing, and this is what he used to subjugate the whole entire earth. Okay. So Esau, man, he's been exposed, and these things that's happening, the Persians are exposing him now, you know? And remember, Russia is right there. They have the I forget what it's called, S-400 or something like that, the weapon systems, and they're manned by actual Russian operatives, man, because Iran doesn't have the people, the personnel trained to actually operate those systems. So Russia's already in Iran. So if you're attacking, Iran is a proxy of Russia, just like Ukraine is a proxy of NATO and the US. So it's really, yeah, it's Iran and Israel, but it's really Babylon and Russia. It's already there, man. Everything's set up, and they're going at it, but they're going at it through these other nations. So it's like, oh yeah, Israel, Iran, but it's really those top dog nations are the ones that's the puppet master, all right? And Iran is the puppet of Russia, and Israel is the puppet of America, or vice versa, depending on how you look at it, because it's all the small hats running that shit anyways. But ultimately, those are proxies, right? So Revelation 6, yeah, we read that. So that was the great sword, all right? So they're taking peace from the earth. So when the one that rides upon that red horse, power was given to him to take peace from the earth, that's Esau, Edom. So under whose rulership right now is there no peace? Under whose rulership is the earth in war and turmoil? All right? Come on, you know who it is, all right? And you can't pin it on us. We don't have the access. You know, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, so-called, we don't have nuclear weapons, okay? We don't have the ability to send tanks and troops. We're in the lowest state. But really, we're in the best position out of everybody, man, because we're the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, Lord's will we endure to the end. But back in Obadiah, all right, because we mentioned Edom, and then I went to Revelation, but going back to it, Obadiah 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. You see? All right, an ambassador is sent amongst the heathen. All right, among the heathen, arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. So now all of these nations are coming up to rise up against Esau, Edom. Okay, all of these nations are coming to rise up against Esau, Edom. All right. And hey, we're the ones we are also beating the drums of war by prophesying. All right. So, for all we know, it's very likely a lot of those Iranians, they see that the prophets of the Lord are here in Babylon, and we're telling them, yeah, destroy this place, and also that is prophecy that they're going to do it. This is their destiny. Hey, you can't escape destiny, man. All right. Something that you were born to do. All right. And this is what they're seeing. All right. So Obadiah 1 and 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. You see it now over there, all right, in that region, in the Levant region, they are small among the heathen. They're way outnumbered. All right, first of all, they're outgunned, they're outnumbered, and the only thing they have is Babylon the Great America. So the people of the world are seeing like, man, look at all of the turmoil and destruction you're causing. Look at all of the violence and the bloodshed because of you being set up in that land. When we're set up in that land, it's supposed to be peace. So something ain't adding up. It's a very simple equation. But somehow Christians will sit here and defend those people being the chosen people when they don't fit any of the prophecies, man. So what's being exposed now is that they are not. Okay? That's why when Netanyahu went up to speak at the UN, all those people walked out because they know, hey, man, I don't want to be lied to. This man's full of shit. All right, and it's all being exposed, man. Barakatha Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. It's beautiful to witness these days. All right, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. You see, because that's their original habitation. They like to be in them caves. That's why they set up skyscrapers and things like that, because they like to, in their pride, they want to be over people. That's why Esau is also likened unto the eagle. The eagle is a bird of prey that has a high position. It soars above and looks down at its prey. Okay, and it says, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You see, that's his mentality. Who's gonna take him down? You see, and they're getting so bold with what they're doing that they're like, you know what, fuck it. They want to claim the NWO, they want to claim the B system, and they want to claim that complete dominion over the earth. And however many people have to die, whatever it takes, they're willing to take it there. And remember, part of their plan that the Lord put in their mind, all right, is for nuclear Armageddon. They already have it in their mind. It's just a matter of how to set it up to take as many souls as they can with them by implementing the MOTB, which is that implantable device that you won't be able to buy or sell as pursuant to Revelation 13, Revelation 14, Revelation 16, Revelation 20. So our job is to warn the people about it. We warn our people specifically about it, which is the nation of Israel. All right. So who shall bring me down to the ground? That's the pride of his heart, man. That's why they're being so bold over there. Okay. Because they got Big Brother America backing them. But guess what? Big Brother America is through too. You don't even know who's ruling right now. They couldn't even have a response to the hurricane. Everybody's talking about it, man. The hurricane response has been abysmal. All right. You got people in need, but yet they can still spend billions to other countries. America's a joke, man. A straight joke. And if you are a so-called Black, Latino, or Native American, and you still believe in America, you's a goddamn fool. All right, you is a goddamn fool, because this place has nothing good for you. All right, but pain and sorrow, and you're gonna find out if you believe in it now. The day's gonna come where y'all gonna be sorry for that. So that's why you should take heed to what's coming out now. But the masses, they won't do it. All right, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. You see? All right, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. So that's his symbol, the eagle, right? All right, but the Lord said, "What? Thence will I bring thee down," saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So we're seeing the beginning stages of the Lord bringing Esau down, bringing his whole setup down. Ezekiel 35:1, and I'm gonna close out with this. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, which Mount Seir represents Edom, the same people we've been talking about this whole lesson. All right, the Edomites, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. So we're in the process leading up to World War III, and what's going to happen? Esau, Edom is going to be made most desolate. And when they go into those bunkers to escape, the hand of the Most High is going to snatch them up, which is Yahweh Shai and the elect. All right? So that's what they have to look forward to, slavery. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. And then if you don't think that the elites that rule this world right now deserve to be in slavery, you're a part of the problem. You deserve to burn right along with them. All right? That's why the masses of our people, they're going to get the judgment of an Edomite. You know, the masses of Israel are here in Babylon the Great for a reason. You got all these migrants dumping in. Why is that? Because the Lord is preparing them for that great judgment. All right? Because they don't have faith in the Most High. You know, the Most High is jealous, man. The Most High is jealous over his people because they believe more in Esau and his system than they believe in the Most High, man. This shit is all temporary. You know? Just one hurricane could end this whole shit. Why wouldn't you trust in this place over the Most High? One hurricane can bring devastation and shut everything down. You know, this is a delicate house of cards. Why would you want to rely on a place that is so shaky and uncertain all the time? Constant travail, constant, you know, drama after drama after, you know, different scandals. And it's just like a lot, man, a lot of wickedness. So why would you trust in this place over the Most High? You know, but our people have been deceived, man. They you know, I'm gonna grab it real quick. First Corinthians, or it might be Second Corinthians. Let me see. I think it's Second Corinthians actually. 2 Corinthians 4:3. But if our gospel be hid, part of the gospel is the destruction of this current system. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, which is this truth, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. All right, so they haven't received this light. All right, because the God of this world, which is Esau, has blinded them by his Christianity, by his philosophy, by his evil, man. All right, back in Ezekiel 35, and I'm gonna get the point. Ezekiel 35:4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. All right, so the Most High is going to make his presence known by making Edom desolate, you know, destroyed, a wasteland, obliterated. All right, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Yeah, so our iniquity had an end, meaning that there was a result and a consequence of us transgressing against the Most High, and that was us being under the Edomites, being under the nations, you know, being destroyed. And specifically, this is also a reference to when the Babylonians came and Edom burned the temple, which you can read about that in First Ezra, the 4th chapter. All right, the 45th verse mentions that the Edomites burnt the temple. So they saw our downfall as an opportunity for them to come up. Okay. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. If thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right, so there you have it. Okay. The Lord said what? He's going to prepare you into blood, meaning you're going to be there set up for destruction. Okay. That says thou hast not hated blood. Yeah, you love to shed blood. You know, Edomites, these Edomites, they're violent people, man. You know, that's why they like to hunt a lot. Esau be hunting just random animals, man. You know, there's a video, you can look it up. If you look up UFO Bobcat on YouTube, you're going to see an Edomite hunting for bobcats, and he sees a chariot. You know, And they mentioned how the dude was like ready to shit his pants seeing that chariot, man. And they said it couldn't have been a balloon. It was in the middle of the desert. All right. And it was a chariot. It was going against the wind, against the wind. So the Lord got you lined up for judgment. And here we are. Now is finally the time where your recompense comes, man. And this is why we're so excited. And this is why we're so happy, man, because we're not attached to this current world setup. Our mind is on heavenly things, man. We got immortal thoughts, all right? Immortal thoughts, all right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Wadash. And Esau being a carnal man, he is of the world, all right? And that's why he's going to be destroyed, all right? Because under his rulership, the whole earth has been defiled and the inhabitants of the earth has been defiled. So, hey, Lord's will is edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Call Allah Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Wadash. Hey, shalom to the next one.